One of the most common chord progressions in jazz is the 2-5-1, but did you know there are actually two different kinds of 2-5-1s? Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Schneider, and this jazz theory video is about to blow your minds, so hold on to your butts. Let's start with the 2-5-1 that y'all probably already know. We're going to call it a major 2-5-1 in today's video because it resolves to a major 1 chord. So in the key of C major, a major 2-5-1 looks like this: D minor 7, G7, C major 7. To be clear, the 2 chord is a minor 7 chord, the 5 chord is a dominant 7 chord, and the 1 chord is a major 7 chord. Now, the other kind of 2-5-1 is the minor 2-5-1. It doesn't get the same amount of press as the major 2-5-1, but you still gotta know it. And as you might have guessed, a minor 2-5-1 differs from a major 2-5-1 in that it resolves to a minor 1 chord instead of a major 1 chord. But a less obvious difference between the two progressions is the 2 chord. You see, in the minor 2-5-1, the 2 chord is half diminished, also known as a minor 7 chord with a flat 5. Here's how it looks in the key of C minor: D minor 7 flat 5, G7, C minor 7. Now here's a question: where does that flat 5 come from on the 2 chord? Well, if you spell out a C harmonic minor scale and build a chord off the second scale degree, which is D, that A flat ends up being the flat 5 on the 2 chord. Alright, now what about this minor-major 2-5-1 business? What's up with that? Glad you asked. The minor-major 2-5-1 is what I call a Frankenstein chord progression. It's a mashup of a minor 2-5-1 and a major 2-5-1, and it looks like this: D minor 7 flat 5, G7, C major 7. The 2 is a half diminished chord, the 5 is a dominant 7th chord, and the 1 is a major 7 chord. Technically, we're in the key of C major here, but that 2 half diminished chord is borrowed from the C harmonic minor scale we went over earlier. Anyway, this little chord progression shows up in many jazz standards, including All the Things You Are, and Upper Manhattan Medical Group, but the real reason why I want you to know about this peculiar progression is because it can unlock a ton of hip vocabulary in your solos. Alright, here's the trick. Use the minor-major 2-5-1 as a substitute for that plain Jane major 2-5-1. In other words, turn that regular 2 minor 7 chord into a 2 half diminished chord. To be clear, you can imply that flat 5 even if the rest of the band isn't playing a half diminished chord. Also, here's a fun fact. If you continue playing that flat 5 through the 5 chord, it ends up being a flat 9, which is one of those altered extensions that are guaranteed to add hipness to your solos. Now, a super easy way to come up with lines that work well over this somewhat uncommon cadence is to grab the 2-5 portion of a minor 2-5-1 lick and resolve it into a major chord. For example, here's a lick from my Sick Lick series. This is number 7 from the classic Level 1 minor collection. Now let's tweak the end of that so it makes sense on a C major 7 chord instead of a C minor 7 chord. Make sense? Here's the big takeaway. Mix and match your minor and major 2-5-1 licks. Lean into that flat 5 on the 2 chord. I promise you, that so-called wrong note is going to sound oh so right. And if you'd like to get some more 2-5-1 licks to mash up together, I've got a great free resource for you. Click the link on the video or in the description below to get 36 ridiculously hip major and minor 2-5-1 licks from my Sick Lick series. It's absolutely free. I'm going to send you the sheet music, the audio files, so you can hear and play the lines right away. And just so you know, the Sick Lick series is organized by genre and skill level. And in this giveaway, you're going to get samples from the classic, modern, and blues collections for level 1 and level 2 improvisers. Just click the link on the video or in the description below to get started. All right, I'm Jeff Schneider. Happy shedding, and see you next time. Bye-bye.